Happy weekend from Fextralife. If you've been too busy to keep up on the latest in the games we cover, or are looking for a refresher, we've got your back. Let's take a look at the comings and goings across the Fextralife Wiki Network.
Moving like a soldier.
Prime 1 Studio is making a beautiful new statue for Bloodborne that is set to arrive next year. The statue is themed after the DLC The Old Hunters and stands 3 feet tall and depicts the iconic Hunter character from Sony and From Software's chilling Lovecraftian homage. Priced at $800, the statue has some interchangeable components that will let you set whatever grisly scene you'd like. In addition to being able to swap in a street lamp and pillar, you'll be able to swap out the right hand, one which holds a saw cleaver and the other has a hunter axe. There's also an exclusive edition that will allow you to swap in a hand with the threaded cane for those of the fancier persuasion. There'll be 2,000 available of the standard edition and 1,250 of the exclusive. The exclusive can be pre-ordered now and is scheduled to release mid to end 2018. Pretty gnarly stuff. Makes me wonder if all of this Bloodborne merchandise is hinting at something coming soon. Check out our op-ed piece on the blog on why we think making Destiny 2 more accessible is a good thing for gamers. The new changes to the HUD, interface, and introduction of guided games to help solo players get a crack at raids are all steps Bungie has taken to improve player engagement, especially for the more solo or casual players. By making some interface and social changes, Bungie is able to reasonably offer enjoyment to the hardcore clan, solo, or casual player without futzing around with progression and rewards. That's just good game design 101. Be sure to read the whole article and let us know what you think. A new patch released for Nioh that addressed some issues introduced with last week's patch, as well as makes some new modifications to the game. In addition to adding some new clans to the clan battles feature, the storage space has been increased from 2,000 to 4,000 slots. Furthermore, PvP continues to get balance adjustments such as changes to timing and mechanics. Weapons and skills also receive some tweaks and adjustments, as well as the usual litany of bug fixes. You can read the full notes on our blog. Are you making your way through the recent Dragon of the North DLC? Be sure to check out our YouTube channel for some great videos on how to take out all of the new bosses. BioWare has released the next limited time Apex mission for Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. You can join the Elite Apex Force and take part in the next of several ongoing story-based missions that feature new playable characters, weapons, and items. This mission, Deeper into the Ruins, takes place in the new map Remnant location. You must return to the Arkan's secret dungeon as one of the first ever, outside of the Ket, to set foot in the dark and desolate halls of the Arkan's lair. You will have access to Shield Enhancer, which increases maximum shield strength, and the Shock Trooper upgrade that increases shotgun damage and power cell carrying capacity. The match modifier for the weekend is Weakened Assault Team. You'll have to fight through the challenge of reduced shields and health, so you have to use your combined power and shield boosters. With Morrowind right around the corner, our resident Game Master Fex took a look at the long 3-year journey of the Elder Scrolls Online and how the game has changed over the years, while retaining a dedicated player base, herself included. Give the wonderful article and video a watch, and get lost in the vastness of Tamriel with us. ZeniMax Online has also this week released the next in a series of videos that give players a brief tour of some of the new content that you'll be experiencing in Morrowind. The guided tour gives you a look at the main deity, Vivec the Living God. In the video, you see the Palace of Vivec, marked by the not-so-inconspicuous meteor that hangs in suspension above it. Vivec will be a prominent figure in the new content, and you'll be playing through as his influence is paramount in the events of the land. The Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind went into early access this week on PC, and it's the largest piece of expansion content to date for the popular MMO. In addition to the new locations, it brings a new class, the Warden, new dungeons, sets, PvP battlegrounds, and a ton more. It's set to release June 6th with a global release time of 5 AM Eastern Time for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This week, it was announced that Capcom's Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is making its way to the current gen of consoles this fall. The enhanced version of the original Dragon's Dogma, which released for the PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2013, is the gift that keeps on giving, as it saw a PC release early last year. There aren't many details regarding this version, but we can presume it will receive a graphical boost similar to the PC release. This re-release will celebrate the game's 5th anniversary, which had just reached this past April. Capcom also released some new screenshots for the console versions to get everyone appropriately hyped, which you can check out on the blog. Capcom's really getting some good mileage out of the game, and there are perhaps a sizable number of players who never had a chance to play the first on the last-gen consoles. Fortunately for them, the game has held up well. Square Enix has released a new update for Final Fantasy XV on the PS4 and Xbox One this week. The actual content of the update itself is minor, as it fixes a few bugs and issues that were annoying users. The bigger news in the update is the inclusion of a survey that lets players voice their opinions on the type of future DLC content they'd like to see. Upon booting up the game and selecting the survey, at the top it says, select the content you would most like to see added in future updates. However, you can only vote once, so choose wisely. There are a variety of options here, from story content to more mechanical features like new characters and gameplay, so it will be interesting to see what comes out of this. The deadline for completing the survey is June 30th, so be sure to cast your vote and make your voice heard. Larian Studios announced that Divinity Original Sin 2 will be releasing September 14th on PC. The game is presently in early access and has been adding features over the past few months. In addition to the release date announcement, a new patch for early access is coming that will add some features and make some changes. The most notable of these additions is the inclusion of a warship as your base of operations, which is a change from the initially planned hauls. They're also adding in the relationship system, which will now have your companions reacting to your choices and conversations. If you tick them off too much, they may just up and leave. They've also made some changes to skills and the crafting system, as well as changes to how the game starts out, including a tutorial level. As usual, a litany of bugs get squashed too. Earlier this month, Larian unveiled Game Master Mode to applause, and they continue to pump out the announcement goodness. We're crossing our fingers for a console release announcement sometime soon too. Excited to play this September? Let us know what you think in the comments. inXile Entertainment has released a new update for Torment Tides of Numenera for consoles and PC. The update introduces some new content for players of the acclaimed CRPG that explores a world 1 billion years into the future in the science fantasy setting of Numenera. The free update nets you the new companion who comes with unique skills to offer your party. The new update also brings a brand new questline to explore. Additionally, players will now find a codex that includes entries and info on companions, characters, and locations, and more. There are also console optimizations, updated user interface, and other tweaks. It's all good stuff. If you haven't checked out the game, give it a look, especially if you're interested in the CRPGs of yore with a strong focus on narrative, deep concepts, and choices and outcomes. Give our review a read to learn more. Intrepid Wastelanders on Xbox One and Steam were able to experience Fallout 4 for free this weekend. During the free weekend, Xbox Live Gold members and Steam users are able to play Fallout 4's base content and try out the mods for free. The PC version expires at 1 PM Pacific Standard Time today, and the Xbox One version expires at 11:59 PM PST, so there's still some time to get in there. Additionally, Steam, the PlayStation Store, and Xbox Live have offered savings for Fallout 4's base game and the Season Pass, with discounts up to 67% off. Not a bad deal overall if you're looking to get into some extended gaming over this holiday weekend. We ourselves love Fallout 4 and gave it an 8.7 in our review, and also thought highly of some of the DLC, especially Far Harbor and Nuka World. If you're taking up arms in the Commonwealth, be sure to keep our wiki handy for some incredibly detailed quest walkthroughs and more. CD Projekt Red's Gwent is now available on public beta for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The card game that made its first appearance in the Witcher series has been retooled for a more dedicated standalone experience. You can sign up to play it by visiting their website. To mark the release, they've put out a cinematic trailer, as well as a gameplay trailer and some videos explaining the game's factions. Thoughts on Gwent? Is it enough to satisfy your Witcher craving? We're all anxiously awaiting for more on CD Projekt Red's next game, Cyberpunk 2077, and whatever else they may have in store for us down the road. Check out the preview we did this week of Valkyria Revolution on the blog. The Valkyria Chronicles of games are a beloved series for players who love turn-based tactics with strong narratives that involve themes of large-scale war, particularly events inspired by World War II. The series has appeared across the PlayStation family of consoles and handhelds, with the third entry releasing in 2011. Valkyria Revolution is the next entry in that franchise, but it's not a numbered sequel, instead a spin-off from that series that is looking to chart its own course in the West. Fans of both the Valkyria series of games as well as fans of more modern battle systems that blend real-time with turn-based actions will want to check this game out. It's one of the more unique series to come out in RPGs, and it's worth looking into, even if this is your first knowledge of its existence. This week we also released our top 5 RPGs for the month of June. Give the video on our channel and article a look. June is a great month for the JRPG fan in particular, and the games on that list feature gameplay mechanics that should appeal to a broad palette. Summer is just around the corner, and if you're traveling, many of these games are right at home on the handheld PS Vita. And that's a wrap for the Week in Wikis. We're looking forward to another great week of gaming fun. Don't forget to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits, and budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks for a great week, and as always, keep checking in with us for news, reviews, YouTube streams and videos, and general wiki goodness. Follow us on social media for all the latest and greatest. The more followers we get, the larger the army of the Fexes grows.